I don't know what to think. Okay. At first, I was really excited for this movie, and no, before you guys start even thinking why I'm not anymore, calm yourself. It's not even close to what you think. Okay. Okay. I looked forward to this movie because when the first teaser image I ever saw got released, no, I don't mean the trailer. I mean teaser images, not trailers, images. I had everybody all suited up and ready to go again. I mean, it had Goten and Trunks, it had Gohan, it had Vegeta, it had Goku, but it even still had Piccolo, and even Krillin was back in his gi and everything. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, are they actually seriously going to bring back everybody for this, right? And it really looked that way because in every incarnation of that image, they were all there. And I thought, wow, if they actually find a way to involve everyone again, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be, this is going to make, this is going to make all that weight worth it, right? Especially since there's a possibility that this movie might be canon. That alone, plus the fact that everyone might get a chance to, shine in this, that hyped me up like nothing before. Then the poster came out, the actual movie poster. Now again, calm yourselves, because it's not why you think that I'm not as excited anymore. Poster came out. You had the villain and what might be a villain or might not be the villain in the background. You had we still don't know quite what that thing is. Had everybody down below in a party. It had Mr. Satan, it had Videl, and yes, guys, that is Videl. Seriously, if you can't tell that, there's blue eyes there and everything. That's Videl. This whole weird theory about this somehow being Pan from the future. Oh my god. Oh, that makes me laugh. No, it's Videl. I mean, you got Mr. Satan there, you got Videl there, you have Bulma there, you have everybody there, literally. But the only ones who are ready to fight for whatever reason are Gohan and Goten and Trunks and Vegeta and Goku. Again. Piccolo just standing there. Krillin, Tien just standing there in the background this time. Bulma and Videl are more prominently displayed than they are. And it, frankly, yeah, I know, it's gotten to the point where there's a huge power gap, I know. But that's not the point. That's not why I'm upset. It made it look like they were at least going to find a way to include them somehow, And, I mean, oh my god. It made it look like everyone might have a chance to be involved here, and then this poster just kind of makes it look, nah. Like they're just there to be there because they're supposed to at least show up. No, that's not what people want. People don't want just cameos from the other characters, That's not what they mean by giving them some love. What people want is to see them actually able to do something. Even if it's minor, create grunts for them to fight. Just show them fighting. Everybody... Yeah, you know what story progression necessitated that they essentially have to take back seats. That's a given. But, this is a completely different thing. This is something that you have a chance to do something new with, and if you want to give this villain grunts, you can. Go right ahead. Do so. People would like that. Because then at least, seeing as it's supposed to be like a final cap on the series or what have you, it would mean they at least get one last good run. Even if it's fighting grunts. I guarantee you, if it's just hordes of super powerful Cybermen, people will still love to see Tien and Yamcha and Krillin and Piccolo fight. Guarantee that. But now, after seeing that, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, this is just going to be more Saiyan worship. It's really no different than any of the other movies they ever created, and those are just stupid, frankly. I mean, enjoyable enough, I guess, but it's just blah. I mean, if I wanted to see a movie where it's just going to be Saiyan worship while the humans just stand there and do nothing, I'd pop out any one of the other Dragon Ball Z movies out there. Well, once you got past about movie, what was it? 7, I think. So yeah, the latter half of the DBZ movies. If I wanted to see them just be ancillary cameos, I'd watch those. I don't want to go to a theater or buy another DVD and see more of the same. And I'm a little worried that might be what we're getting. So yeah. As for the villains, I really don't know what to think. Knowing Egyptian lore as I do, I wasn't really that shocked or finding it too terribly funny with the design of the villain there, because whatever. But and yeah, the more they're revealing, the more it's starting to look like it is just going to be more Saiyan worship. And if that's the case, I don't know if I'll even waste my time. But you know, that thing's got a name, the other one's got a name. I don't even remember what they are, but yeah. The one's supposedly the god of destruction, meaning more or less something that would have been Majin Buu's boss. So yeah, we're definitely looking at something powerful at the very least. And I don't really have a problem with the villain per se. It's more other things that just kind of bring you down, you know. Anyway, that's it for that. And let's see, one other thing I might talk about. Yes. Well, it's something that I didn't really want to talk about per se, but I think I need to just because. Alright, look. Here's the deal. I don't normally do this because I don't really like, you know, e-begging per se. But I guess it's simply not. Look, here's the thing. It seems insignificant compared to other things in the world, I guess. But what a lot of people don't realize is that in a lot of small towns all over this country, a lot of theaters are basically going to be shutting down January of next year. And that's because Hollywood basically decided that since they make most of their money out of theaters in the city, they wouldn't really care if the others shut down, and basically made it so that they're not going to be releasing actual film reels anymore. All their films are going to be in digital format. Now, I know there are other reasons behind that, but the point is they did just kind of say that these are expendable when they made that decision. But that includes my theater, that includes a lot of theaters around the country, that includes our drive-in theater, which is one of the last ones around here. I think there are only about 500 still operating in the country, and pretty sure this is going to shut down most of them. And well, long story short, our theater specifically, I don't know about others, but unless they can get the money to, well, you know, upgrade, and it's going to cost a few thousand per screen, they're going to have to shut down completely, and we won't have a movie theater here anymore, and the closest ones are like 40 to 60 miles away. So basically nobody around here is going to be seeing any movies. Yeah, and it's going to be that way for a lot of people who live in smaller towns or have smaller theaters all over the place. Now there is a group a nonprofit organization that was founded that is trying to help keep these open, and they are taking donations. And I mean, you don't have to. I'm not going to ask you necessarily to. It's not necessarily a big deal. It's not horrible. Well, it is in a way. If only for the people who run those places having to shut down and losing their means of income. But I'm going to put the link to the organization down below, and check those guys out. And if you feel like helping, help. If you don't, whatever. If you want to spread the word too, go right ahead. But, it'd just be really nice to be able to save the theaters. The fewer that go dark, the better. And, well, yeah. It'd be pretty hard for me to, do movie reviews if I didn't have a theater. So if you enjoy those, there you go. There's incentive. But seriously, the people who run the theater here, they're good people, and I really don't want to see them shut down. So, and I don't want to see that happen to other people. And finally, for those of you who are curious, the podcast thing that we used to do, the NXP podcast, there was a big gap there. Sorry about that. There were a lot of reasons why that happened. Conflicting schedules, schoolwork. I got sick for about a month, which is why, pretty much nothing came on here for quite a while. Not even like uploads of old stuff. But we actually recorded a new episode recently, so that should be up in a week or so. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And I think you're going to like that one, and I think you're going to like the one that we got planned for after that. Because it's one that we actually had said we were going to do, but then had to put off because of all the crap at the fan at once. And that is the Kai podcast, which, as you know, is getting that Boo saga, which, as you know, I'm thrilled about. And I was so thrilled I came on here while I was sick and looked awful. And speaking of looking awful, just a little ways to go till midnight, and then this comes off. Thank God I've needed it for so long. Whew. Anyways, that does it for this time around. All 40... Oh, jeez, what is it now? Almost 45 minutes. Wow. That's fun. Anyways, I will definitely catch you guys later, and have a good weekend. If I don't see you again. I probably will. Something will tick me off and I'll have to rant about it. But until then, see ya.